Greetings, beautiful people. We're in the kitchen. We're in the kitchen. And guess what we're making? Quinoa bread. I have been obsessed with this bread. It is good for your gut. You normally, I can't have the gluten. I just don't eat regular bread. And I have been missing having bread for many reasons. Avocado toast. I grew up eating sandwiches. It might be some sort of veggie sandwich, but at the end of the day, I miss bread. And so I learned how to make this more than one, 3 ingredient quinoa bread. And that's what I'm going to show you how to make today. It's very easy. I like the way it tastes. It works for me. It's not like the kind in the store. It's actually healthy. So all you're going to need is some quinoa, some water. You can add a little bit of baking soda, but you don't have to. It just changes the texture a little bit. And that's it. Quinoa and water. And I'm going to add some herbs and other stuff to mine. You can make it like a garlic bread or an herb bread or whatever kind of bread you want. You can add the stuff to it. So I'll show you as we go. But yeah, let's make some quinoa bread. Okay, so you need 1 cup of water, warm. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put this on the stove. Don't put the quinoa in there while it's warming up because it acts as like rice and it's going to start absorbing quickly. So basically that's what you need to do first. 1 cup of water, warm it up, and then we're going to add the quinoa. Stay tuned. Okay, so the water is warm. Now you just need 1 cup. It's like if you're going to cook the quinoa. 1 cup, 1-to-1 ratio. 1 cup of water to 1 cup of quinoa. Make sure you rinse it. You don't want to make any dirty bread. Put the quinoa in the strainer. In the warm water. It may seem like that is not a lot of water for 1 cup of quinoa. It's not, but it'll get the job done. And you just let that sit. We'll be back in 15 minutes. Okay, it's been 15 minutes and now it's time to put the quinoa in this blender and blend it up. A high-powered blender is the only thing that will work for this. So remember how we put 1 cup of water in there with the quinoa. You use that same water to blend it, and you may even have to add a little bit more water, but I wouldn't. Start slow. So, for it to blend and be fluid, start with the initial water that you use to soak it. And then if you need to add any more water, do like 1/8 or 1/4 of a cup. Okay, but you got that in there. And then you need to add, hold on, let me try. Yes, you're going to need some baking soda. The original recipe, to be honest, they didn't use baking soda. I tried that once and I just wanted it to be a little more fluffy. So I am using a 1/2 teaspoon, 1/2 of a level teaspoon of baking soda. And then you're going to add a pinch, add some sea salt, about the same amount, maybe a little less because you don't want your bread to be salty. So add a little bit, like a pinch of sea salt. And then this is where you can get creative and put other stuff in it. So I don't normally use garlic, but the idea of garlic bread, I was intrigued by that. So we're going to put some garlic in there, and that is up to you how much you want to use, how garlicky you want it. You could use all kinds of different herbs and spices. I'm also putting some Italian seasoning in there because, like I said, I'm going to make this an Italian bread. And you can put as much of that as you want in there. And then we blend it up. I was looking for the lid. And then you blend it And if you feel like you need to add more water, definitely add more water. Start the blending process and just see how it goes so that you don't have to hear that noise. We'll be right back after it blends. Okay, so I blended it a little bit. You can use a spatula. I like to use a glove for this part, but what you want to do is, because it kind of gets all up on the sides, and you want to make sure that all the pieces are blended. You don't really want like big chunks of quinoa in your bread. You just you could use a spatula, like a silicone spatula would be good, but I also like to use my hands just because I like to get my hands dirty in this kitchen. And then you just push it down as much as you can on the sides, because it's going to get up. And the point of this is just to make sure that all of the quinoa is blended. And so we're going to blend it again, and then I will be right back so that we can put this in the oven. Okay, the blending is done. So now what you need is a pan. I'm using one of these. I might need to use two. I don't even remember. But you need a pan. You can either put parchment paper on there, or you can have some of these nifty silicone mats that I have to put on there. That way it won't stick. You could probably put some oil on the bottom if you want. That'll probably make it a little crispy. You know, it's your bread. It's up to you. So yeah, we're going to come back. We're going to pour the mixture on here, and we're going to get this thing in the oven. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so now you just pour your mixture onto your baking sheet. I feel like the first time I made this, I used two of them. I still have the glove on, so let's go ahead and put some more on there. The goal is to spread it around evenly. And remember, some of the liquid is going to go away. So it's not going to be as thick as it originally looks going onto the pan. And even if it does, I mean, we're making bread, so it'll still work. My hand is messy. Oh well, let's get messy. And yeah, just put it all on there. Make sure you wipe down the sides. This is the part where you can use a silicone spatula or a spoon or whatever works for you. So make sure that when you guys make this, I'm really interested to know what you added to yours. The first time I made it, it was very plain. I just wanted to see if I could get the process down. And then after that, and I saw how it all worked, that is when I got creative and started adding the different, the Italian seasoning and that kind of stuff. If you don't want it to be thick, like up high, because you could get a pan that's a little longer. That way it'll spread out a little thinner. But we're going to get this in the oven, and we're going to see what it do. We're going to show you what it does. On the top of this, you could add extra, like you could put chia seeds on here. You could put pumpkin seeds, hemp seeds. You could add anything you want to the top of it. And you could even use this as a pizza and put tomatoes, onions, peppers, all of that stuff. This could be definitely for some pizza, which is what I've used it before in the past. But whatever the case, we'll be back. We're getting this in the oven. Okay, so we have it on the pan. Now we put it in the oven. Make sure the oven is 350 degrees. Set your timer for 15 minutes. No more than 20 minutes. It should be ready. So between 15, check on it at 15 minutes. If you don't like what you see, leave it in there another 5 minutes. But that no more than 20 minutes should be long enough. So let's get this in the oven. Okay. It's done. I know you're surprised. It doesn't look the same, right? No. If you use baking soda, there's chances that your bread will turn brown, but I want to try and take it off of here so that you can see the thickness. That's the beauty of having that silicone mat under there, but woo. So it's very thin, as you can see, but it's not too thick. It's really soft. I think that's what the baking soda does. You could use this as flatbread. You could cut it into pieces and use it as avocado toast. You can do whatever you want with this. You can totally make a pizza, like I said before. You can cut it into squares and make some kind of sandwich. It's completely up to you what you do with this. I think a good idea is to use this for I love eating chickpea salad, which some people call it untuna salad, where you basically take the chickpeas and make them taste like tuna. It's an amazing dish if you haven't had it, but that is great on here. You could use it for hummus. So many things you could use it for. Just a healthy 2-3 ingredient bread, not all of the other fillers, and it serves its purpose. And you can make it taste how you want. If you want a sweet bread like some breads are, you could add a little bit of agave or some kind of sugar, like a coconut sugar or something like that. I mean, the possibilities of what you can do to this is endless. So thank you for watching. Let me know if you tried it, what you did with it. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. We got new cooking videos and other DIYs coming once a week. Subscribe, like this video, share this video, follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Bye.